The United Nations is proposing a universal digital identification system that would be directly connected to people's bank accounts and payment apps. So if everybody had a UNID, this would connect the whole world under an identification system, because the UN is all countries. So you wouldn't only have a United States ID. You would also have a UN ID. The UN had this agenda briefing. It's called the Global Digital Compact, an open, free, and secure digital future for all. Now, why would they want to connect to the banking? If there's some way that the whole world is going to communicate under one currency, then they're going to have to be identified under one unit of identification. And so that's why I thought it was interesting that it wasn't just ID, but if this UNID, the goal is to be connected to my banking system. I still think this is so strange because this is directly correlated with the whole idea that the IMF wants to create a global banking system. What's interesting is that when you look at what the World Economic Forum propagates, they want to propagate human identification with a biometric system. And they have this program called the New Champions, where they allow new companies to come in to help them with their agenda. Fingerprint cards joined the World Economic Forum's New Champion initiative, and their whole objective is to create biometrical identifications and put it on debit cards, smart cards, and identification cards.
Third reading, the bill for an act to provide for the accreditation of entities in relation to digital IDs and to establish the Australian Government digital ID system and for related purposes.
I have to report that the Digital ID Transitional and Consequential Provisions Bill 2023 has been fully considered by the Federation Chamber and has been agreed to without amendment. I present a certified copy of the bill. The question is that the bill be agreed to. I'll put the question. Those opinions say aye. Against no. I think the ayes have it. Noes have it. Division required. No division required. This bill has been agreed to.
Born in the US will get a digital ID at birth. You're not going to believe this. Starting January 2026, every baby born in the United States will automatically receive a digital ID at birth. We're not just talking name and birthday, we're talking retina scan fingerprints and even DNA data stored permanently. The new law, called the Digital Security Act, is being introduced to enhance child safety and national security. This digital ID will be required to enroll in school, access hospitals, and even sign up for apps. And no parental consent won't be required. It's considered a federal mandate. Some states have already confirmed if a child isn't digitally registered, they won't qualify for health insurance. Privacy advocates are sounding the alarm. This could be the start of lifelong surveillance. But supporters argue it's essential to prevent child trafficking and identity theft. So, is this the future of security or the end of personal freedom? Let me know in the comments and follow for more updates like this.
You know, and that's all these damn people do. Oh, follow for comment, follow for more updates. All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praise going honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace, love, salutations, and blessings to those that are doing this work in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel Allah from the GMS Camp Atlanta, coming back at you through the Spirit with another lesson. And I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. All right, so y'all saw the digital infrastructure, and I had one for Africa, but I didn't save it. But Africa, pretty much the whole country is going completely digital. So you have Europe, you have Asia, Africa, South America, North America. You got all these different continents that are completely going digital. What's next after digital? Because once they take the money away and you're forced to use this digital system, what's going to happen next? Of course, it's going to be the M to the R to the K, okay? Because you ain't going to have no choice once they flip the switch. Now, I would just like to say, I did this video before, and for some reason, this OBS Studios, it continuously turns off my turns off my recordings, turns off the sound, turns off the videos. I don't know what the hell is going on. I go in now, adjust the settings and set them back up. I come back and everything is just wrecked again, and this just started happening maybe like a month ago. So I don't know what it is, but I feel like Esau is tampering with my stuff, because I mean, why does it keep doing that? But I don't know. But anyway, so I want to start off with a quick precept. I'm going to start off with Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and the 3rd verse. And it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." The vision is yet for an appointed time. That means that it's going to happen at a certain point in time. When? Okay. But in the end, it shall speak. The end of what? The end of this age, Esau's age. So the prophecies are speaking right now. Okay. The visions are speaking. Why the visions are speaking? Because we are at the end of Esau's age. All right. And this digital ID, this digital mark, this infrastructure that's being set up is one of those things that are speaking to us to let us know where we are in the biblical timeline. I did a video about that before. For all you naysayers that were sitting here talking about, oh, there's not going to be the M to the R to the K. What are we seeing right now? The dollar, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, we can count everything down by months. The dollar's about to collapse. The system is about to completely fall apart. Okay? So, according to the biblical timeline, we're here. All right? It says, "But in the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Though it seems like it's taking forever, just wait, because it's going to come. Because it surely would not, because it would surely come, it would not tarry. When it's here, it's here." And it's here. All right. And this is why we're moving lightning fast on these things. We're moving super fast. They're moving super fast on this stuff, right? It's all over the earth right now. Everything's going digital. That's all they're talking about. CBDCs, stablecoin, blah, 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 this. Why? Why is the UN trying to link your personal identification to your bank account? Because they want to be able to control you, right? And you're and you know what? Let me just bring this out real quick. I'm gonna go to Exodus 21. All right, so this is Exodus 21. All right, and the reason why I'm bringing this out is to show you that when you take this mark, you are agreeing to participate in Esau's system perpetually forever. All right, and it says, if he came in by him, this is Exodus 21 and 3. It says, if he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. Okay. So if he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go with him. So if you and your wife both became a slave to this master, y'all gonna leave by yourself. You can go, right? But everything that you gained that was attached to this system or to that house, you have to leave it there. Everything that you had that was attached to that household, any comfort, anything that you had, you can't take it. Now listen to this. If his master gave him a wife and she bore him sons or daughters, the wife and the children and her children shall be her master's, but he shall go out by himself. See that? So everything that you had that was attached to your master's house that you gained by being in that house, you can't take it with you. So this is the same thing with this digital all. If you deny the chip, you will not have any participation in this system. Anything that's attached to this system that you benefited from, you no longer have access to. You have to leave it behind. Okay? You have to leave it behind. All right? Why do you have to leave it behind? Because it's not yours. It belongs to your master. And that is going to be one of the things that Jake is going to say, no, I got to get that. I worked hard for this. I worked hard for that. You're not going to be able to leave all of the physical attachments that you have connected to this world. You're not going to be able to leave that. Okay. So you're going to want to stay with your master for this reason. You're gonna say, you know what? It better be better off for me to stay with my master. All right. And this is what you're gonna be saying. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master and my children, I will not go free. Then his master shall bring him to the judges, and he shall also he shall also bring him to the door or to the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Now, what is this awl? Let's check. Let's look. Google be acting stupid sometimes. It says in the Bible, an awl is a sharp pointed tool used to pierce through an earlobe as a symbol of the perpetual servitude in ancient Israel. So the only difference between this awl and the awl that you're going to get with Esau is it's going to be a digital awl, right? It's going to be digital, and it's going to be implanted in you perpetually. You're not going to have children, and your children are not going to have it. Everybody who participates in this system is going to have it. Okay, regardless to if you want to or not, unless you completely separate yourself from this from the system and depend on the Lord. Okay. Now, so what does it all look like today? What are they going to use? So I got it pulled up here because, like I said, I did the video earlier, and all right. All right, so here you have the microchip right there. All right. And I had 4. I wanted to put 4. Let's see what that looks like. There it is. Right there. A palisade for implanting microchips. All right. Now, let's look at the there it is. So, you see that? Palisade, 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 palisade. Right? These are palisades, right? Now let's go to the etymology of this word, palisade. And it says it says early 17th century palisade from Provincial Palisada, from palisade pairing based on Latin palus, stake. So it's a stake. It's something you plant. It says a fence or strong stakes. Right? It's just something that has a point on the end of it that you use to pierce through things. That's what a palisade is. All right. So this devil is going to use that digital palisade to pierce through your skin, but that's only by your consent. Now, even if you say, well, I ain't got no food, I ain't got no water, I ain't got no clothes. Well, you need to depend on the Lord. The Lord told us that he was going to take care of us. All right. So you have to depend on the Lord for that, and leave this system because this system is evil. So when these things happen, of course, we do know that that's some of us ain't gonna eat. We do know that some of us may get beheaded. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take it? Right? This is Second Ezra's 2, and this is as a matter of fact, I'm trying to get the same precepts I had before. Oops, but me get that too. All right, there we go. All right. So, I'm just gonna bring this out. That's not what I wanted. This is Matthew 16:25. It says, For whosoever shall save his life shall lose it, and whoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So this is where your mind needs to be in these times. You need to be thinking and understanding exactly what's about to happen, and realizes that you're going to be uncomfortable. You may not eat, and even your children may be used as a pawn. I was just thinking about that earlier. You know, my children are beloved. I love my children. I love my 3 boys, you know. However, hey, when that time comes, if they use my children as a pawn, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna have to just see them on the other side, Lord willing, you know? Because if you do anything to find your life, you're gonna lose it. But if you lose your life for the sake of the Lord, you shall find it. Okay? Because the Lord, He came, you know, that we may have life. And let me just get it. This is John 10:10. And it says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Okay, so the Lord came and He said, "You're gonna have life more abundantly." You know, so you got to understand that there's a strong possibility you may lose your life. All right, so you're gonna suffer, but if you are willing to bear that suffer, the Lord is going to give you a life more abundant. All right, so let's go to Romans 8:18. And let's read. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So you got to understand that the stuff that we're going through is not going to be nothing compared to the praise we're going to get on the other side for going through this stuff. All right. So you have to believe that the Lord is going to give you life more abundantly. And it says that. So when you go to, not here. Dang it. Where'd it go? Oh, well. So we're going to Second Ezra's, the 2nd chapter. This is Second Ezra's 2 and 10, it says, "Thus saith the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them. They shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary." The Lord is telling us that we're about to have an abundant life. And don't even worry about the shit that's going on this side. So we see the digital system being set up right in front of us, right? All y'all, a lot of y'all other camps are teaching that the chip is not the mark of the beast, and it is. And we see the digital system being set up right around us to where you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it. And once you take it, you are telling the Lord whether it's good or bad. Because again, remember when I brought out in that Exodus 21, right? You got to leave everything behind. Okay, it just so happens that this man owns every goddamn thing. So you got to leave everything attached to the system behind. All right. You're going to have to leave it all behind if you want to get salvation. You have to understand that everything that you obtain in this system, you have to let it go in order to make it. Okay. And even still, you still might receive death. Hey, but as I brought out, I didn't bring that out. Yeah, let's get that real quick. Yeah, I did bring it out. Let's go back to that Matthew. Let's read that one more time. Matthew 25. "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it." You see that? You got to be able to give up all of these things on this side to say, Yahweh Shemi Hashai, I don't want this. Fuck this system. I want to roll with you. And I don't care if I die doing it. That's the type of mindset that you have to be able to let everything in this system go, because you got to let it go. You got to let everything go. You can't participate in this system at all. How you going to participate in the system that's about to be destroyed? Okay? Let's go to the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter. Revelation 14. Revelation 14 and 9. It says, "And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead, receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wrath of the wine of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." You see that? So this is the reward for taking that. And you don't know how long the Lord will keep your spirit in that fire while it burns. It can feel like an eternity to you. While we still building the kingdom, we on the ships. We don't know. You can be in that fire 500,000-600,000 years, man. We don't know how long the Lord gonna have us up in them ships. It's a lot. All right. So we don't know how long the Lord gonna have us up in those ships, man. But you're gonna be down here on the earth in that consuming fire, that devouring fire, until the Lord sees fit to bring you back. Okay? And it says, in their smoke, the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. Okay? So we see that, hey, if you take this mark, you're going to receive the same thing Esau is going to receive. Okay? And the Lord said that he's going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. He said, "You shall build and I will throw down. They shall be called the border of wickedness, in which and the people in which the Lord have righteous indignation forever. That's Esau. Though even though they go hand in hand, those joined on to him shall be thrusted through. Okay, you decided that you want to be a part of the system. Okay, the Lord is going to abide your wish, and you're going to die. That's what's going to happen. A horrible death at that. Horrible. All right. So it's another one that I needed to get. I think it was in Ecclesiasticus. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it someone that is profitable, and that profitable person is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And what did he say? He said he's going to give us life more abundantly. It says, verse 16 and 25, it says, whosoever shall save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. And what did he say right here? He said, hey, this is what the Lord is going to give those who decide to side with him in these last days and decide to leave all of this bullshit behind. Leave it behind. Choose death instead of taking this, man. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be set on choosing death instead of participating in this system. You're going to die anyway. All right? So now we're just going to end it off with this. This is Revelation 13. It says, and he causes all. How is he going to do that? By implementing a digital system and taking away cash. And the only way you can participate is becoming a part of being a part of their digital system. And you're going to be forced to. And the digital ID is not the chip. Okay? It's just a digital system that now you're going to have to use to buy or sell. However, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or forehead. And that's when they convert the digital system over. So where now we need that biometric information in order to allow you to participate in our system. We're going to need that. Okay? And the first things first is let's get everything digital and get everybody on board. We're going to put out CBDCs and stable coins and all of this different type of stuff because we want everybody in the world in this system. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him understand that count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man is number 306. And we've broken this down many, many times, so y'all know this already. All right. So there it is. There's no denying it anymore. The digital system is being built. All right. And right after that, it's going to be the mark. So with that, I'm in this lesson off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostle, great millstone. To the next time, I say shalom.